Good morning, Britton.
Morning.
So, what kind of vehicle do we have here?
We have a Mitsubishi Delica L400.
What year is it?
It's a 94 and it's got 164,000 kilometers on it.
But it's got a 96 engine in it.
Yes. So, and I think that equals out to about like 90,000-ish miles.
What is interesting about this vehicle?
Well, it has a turbo diesel and 4x4.
Yes.
Out of the box, there's no modifications for it. So what you see right now, it's all bone stock. There's really anything changed to it other than the roof rack up there.
Yeah, a nice roof rack. And it was imported from Japan because the import ban was just lifted on this year. And it's well maintained because Japan has a lot stricter vehicle laws, right?
Yeah, the vehicle maintenance.
Well, let's go look at the inside because the right-hand driver is an interesting part of it. I've yet to drive it, but how do you like driving right-hand?
I drift closer to the median more, it seems like.
Yes.
So I feel like I've been getting better at that, but that's really the only big thing. Other than that, and then your blinkers are on your right. So I also have a tendency of hitting the wipers.
Yes, yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's a really fast one.
Also, on bumpy roads, the wipers turn on their own. Oh yeah, we got
the tiltometer that broke just now. We got a compass and a thermometer and then a voltmeter. So you can see where your battery's at.
Super cool. Everything else looks pretty similar. The radio is upgraded. It's got a little drawer right here for whatever, and then cup holders. And the pedals are the same. That was something I was like, it's still right foot driving. Yeah, everything's reversed. The AC doesn't work, so it just blows hot air or whatever air is outside.
Yeah, whatever the temperature of the air is outside, pretty much.
So we have the fan hooked up, and then there's two sunroofs. The front one works really well with the motor, but the back one, you said,
needs some convincing.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but it's a lot bigger than the front one. Okay, show me the engine.
All right. The engine is a 4M40 diesel, and it's right there. It's turboed, and then this is your intercooler for the turbo. The only thing is you have to take off this top in order to access, or to, get underneath if you need to get into the engine. But it's pretty tight and small in there, but underneath you kind of have a pretty decent amount of space to work on.
Yeah, some of these models, the engine is under the seats, but this one, it's all up front.
Oh, and this is the weird thing. So this is your radiator. This is where you fill it up and do whatever, since there's no cap on the radiator itself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was an odd fact. And this being here to get to the other parts of the engine. But so far, everything's been good. Just trying to recharge the AC has been a little difficult. And I don't think you've changed or worked on anything else.
All I've done is an oil change, which is pretty much just changing it like a car, so it just takes more oil.
More oil and a very special filter.
A big one.
A big filter. So the inside is kind of just a quick fix for a road trip, and there's just a giant queen-sized mattress foam on the bottom, and it's been working okay. It just covers the wheel wells, but that's kind of how big it is in the back. It's a queen-sized area. And you wouldn't think so. Yeah, it's pretty big in there. When we were looking them up online, I was very surprised to find out how much room they have because they look like little minivans.
You only, like, it'll have more space once we get these rear folding seats out, I think, too.
Yes.
Because that takes up a good, like, 8 or 10 inches.
Yeah, it's cool that all the seats flip up, and we took out the middle seat that did a full swivel around to face the back. But it just took a lot of the room for the bed. But what are your plans for doing the inside with a full build?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'd at least like to have a sleeping area and some storage. Just because this isn't like a full-time thing. This is just for work during the summer. So we'll see where it goes. I'd like to get out some of the interior, you know, the flooring and stuff, like all the cloth stuff, and probably put in wood or something easier to clean. And just kind of go from there. So
Cool. Yeah. Britton is a seasonal worker, and he wants to use this while he's working, so he doesn't have to sleep on the floor. Of his work. It'll be an easy build, I think, just getting the bed above the wheel wells and having some storage underneath the bed so that we don't keep moving all of our stuff, which we have set up out here as our kitchen, from the front seats to the back seats whenever we need to do that. What is your kitchen like?
yeah, that was for right now.
This is the kitchen. And it's just a gas one butane propane stove, cooler, and we have mountain houses that we've been eating to make it easy on us for the road trip. Not having a full refrigerator or things like that. What do you do for a bathroom?
Those bushes.
Yes. There's no need for a bathroom with all the places that we go and gas stations we stop at. So it's been pretty good. And also, we did its trial run on a 4x4 road yesterday. And how did that go?
Pretty well. I think there was only one time we scraped a little bit of the bottom, but the other nice thing about this is they have a lot of skid plates on it, so a little scrape on the rock right at the end of the trail didn't really mean a whole lot.
Yeah. And it could have been even like your permanent mud flaps in the back that made that noise, or was it the underneath part?
I have no idea where we made it. It sounded like it was just right underneath here, but
yeah,
I feel like if we scraped or hit the mud flap, probably would have made a bigger sign. It could have even been the steps, but I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't very big, and it was funny because you just made a comment that we went the whole road without making any bottoming out noises, and then he literally made one right after that.
Right in front of the parking lot, too.
Yeah, right in front of the parking lot, the end of the road. But yeah, it's been really good on all the different campsites that I've been finding. And even out here in this kind of, we're north of Flagstaff in the Cinder Cone OHV area. And it does really good out here. Thank you so much for showing me your Delica. We will see another version of it when you do the build out.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. Bye.
Bye.